Hey, my Forest family, back at it again. So this one is gonna come out Thursday. Today, y'all, we're gonna talk about why God chose you. God chose you to do the right thing in life. God told you to um, love everybody, take care of everybody, be there for everybody, and understand. Not saying that God told you to be a doormat, not telling you that God said be a man, be taken advantage of, be dirt and gum over somebody's foot, to be less valued or less loved or less cared about. A lot of us tend to take care of everyone else and not ourselves. And God tells us to sacrifice, but sacrifice in the right way, in the ways of God. And a lot of us take our sacrifice and other things that we go through life for granted. Um, God chose you. God chose you to be who you're supposed to be. No matter if people agree with what God chose you to do, agree with it for yourself. People aren't always going to agree or disagree what God chose you to do. Um, because I tell y'all this all the time, and I'm not like a preacher or a motivational speaker or anything like that, but I tell y'all what I feel when I feel it. Um, God chose me to speak to y'all. God chose me to do a channel so you guys can understand the relationship y'all supposed to have with God, with yourselves, with family and friends, even enemies at times. And it's okay to express to God how you feel whenever you feel it, because God is going to be the person who understands the most of what you need and what you do not need at that specific moment. I also say that God is a great God. He's awesome. He's amazing. He's mind blowing. He's been doing a great work for everyone in life, even for myself. Because those of y'all who know, I was out of work for like 8 months. I finally got a job. My husband also was out of work for about like a month and a half, and also got a job as well, to provide for ourselves and our kids and different things of that nature. Um, I'm not saying we didn't have the finances to do it. We do. It's just that when we let things take over our lives, when we let things deteriorate us, when we worry so much about stuff in life, instead of worrying about the necessary things, we worry about things that are unnecessary, that don't mean much, instead of worrying about the greatest, awesomest things that we could worry about at that particular moment. Because y'all, we have been blessed beyond measure. God has blessed us so much this year. Because I told y'all yesterday, we almost got into an accident Sunday, and God spared our lives again. Now, that's not the first time we got into an accident, y'all. That's not the first time. That's the second time in the last maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I want to say. And God spared us, not because we were so good, not because we kept God's commandment, not because we did what God was telling us to do or not telling us to do. He spared us because we have been continuously to do the right thing. We aren't perfect. We make mistakes. We live and learn. We're supposed to go on in life and be better. But God chose us to read our Bible, pray, be persistent in our walk with God, make our walk important, as much as we make school and work and children and ourselves and our partners, and even having conversations with different people that we know or don't know, important as well. Our relationship with God is supposed to be the most important part. But don't forget, God chose you. God chose you to do the right thing. You know, keep speaking affirmation. Keep speaking motivation. Keep speaking highly of people. Whether people speak highly of you or not, that's okay. Even if they don't, it's still okay. Because at the end of the day, God chose you. God is an all-knowing, all-seeing, all-feeling, all-caring God. Which He knows what we need when we need it. He knows what we don't need when we need it. You know, He knows what He's going to give us and what He's not going to give us. And we have to be appreciative of what God decides to give us and what He doesn't decide to give us. We have to be okay with it. Being patient is key, y'all. You know, I told y'all I have a problem with being patient. You know, I've gotten better over the years, but I'm still working on my patience, my time, my love, my effort, and other things. And I ask God every day to work on me, help me to be a better me, a better mother, a better friend, a better a partner, a better whatever I'm supposed to be in life. Help me to be what I'm supposed to be, because I can't do it without you. I can't do life on my own without you in it. You know, it's okay to try to do it without God Almighty. But we know as well as I know, once we try to do it without God, it gets worse as time goes on. We make our situations a lot worse. We don't make them better. We put ourselves in worse positions than what we already in, most of us. And sometimes we do it to ourselves. You know, we can't blame other people for our issues and our problems and the things we go through in life. You know, a lot of us have been through what I've been through in life. You know, been homeless with no food, no this, no that, whatever. Parents that couldn't love us, or that could, or that gave us up for adoption, or put us in foster care, or didn't raise us at all. You know, a lot of us been through a lot of similar things. We have to be grateful to God that He gave us grandparents to raise us, or foster parents, or just parents in general to help us to where we are. You know, some of us got to go to college, some of us didn't. You know, I didn't get a chance to go. Not saying I wouldn't want to go in the future, but I'm just saying, y'all, God chose us to be who we are called to be. Let's be who we are called to be. You know, I'm not trying to preach no money. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do or what not to do, because it's everybody's decision on what they decide to do with their lives. Our lives are important. Let's not cut our lives short because we're mad about what God did, or we're mad about this and that and this and that. God does things in decency and His order in His own time, but we have to be patient and wait. Because again, you know, I was telling y'all, God done spared my life a lot in the last 30 years. I'm gonna say from probably like 2012 to right now, He done spared my life I don't know how many times. And I can't be grateful enough for how many times He done spared my life, y'all. I done tried to off myself, y'all. I done tried to do a whole bunch of ungrateful stuff that I should not have done. And I had to ask God many times to forgive me for having that thought in my mind of offering myself when I did have children, when I didn't have children, when I wanted to give up, when I wanted to throw in the towel, when I felt like I was nothing, when I felt, unloved, unappreciated, uncared about, when I felt that nobody didn't want me, when I felt like I was being given up for adoption, or I felt like I didn't have any parents or grandparents that could have made me a better person than what I was already becoming. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Come on. Lock the door behind you. But anywho, yeah, y'all. Close the door and lock it, please. But anywho, yeah, y'all. Like, God chose you to do what you're supposed to do. You know, don't do more of what you're supposed to do. Don't do less of what you're supposed to do. You know, make your life make sense to you. Because, like I said, Y'all, sometimes we make our life harder than what it already is. We already living through tough times at the moment because a lot of us have voted for people that we shouldn't have voted for. There's a lot of things that we could have changed in the economy as far as everything and made it a lot better than what it already is. But sometimes we do that to ourselves, and when we look at the things we did in the country or however and made it worse, we're like, ooh, woe is me now. Now it's worse than it already was. But, we only got self to blame, So, choose the right things. Do the right things in life. Make the right decisions and right choices. Let God lead you and guide you in the right direction. I'm not saying that's always going to be easy or hard to do. Just make sure that it's God that's telling you these things. Don't let the devil hinder you. Don't let the devil tell you can't do it. Don't let the devil try to knock you down, and don't even let people that you love and care about tell you what you can and can't do. All my life, you guys, I don't let people, deteriorate my relationship with God. I don't let people talk so bad about me where, I did want to off myself a few years ago. Even after I had kids of my own, I still had that thought that, that I was better off dead because, people wasn't giving me, the love and the encouragement or the support that I needed to be who I was supposed to be. God kept telling me, no, you can't do that because you got kids. You can't do that because, you have this to live for and that to live for and different things of that nature. You have to drink water, baby, because we don't have nothing else to drink.
We have a new student at school today.
Good.
You want to know his name?
No. I'm doing a video. Okay, good. Yeah, y'all. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to preach nobody or tell somebody what they don't need to do or do need to do. I'm just telling y'all what God told me to tell y'all. Y'all could accept it or reject it. It's up to y'all. But God chose you, and don't forget that He chose you. And you're an important person. I love you guys. I want to let y'all know that y'all important. God loves you. He cares about you. He wants the best for you, I'm not saying life gonna be peaches and cream or, rocks and shambles all the time. But life is what you make it. If you make your life better, it'll be that. If you make it worse, it'll be that. And stuff like that. But yeah, y'all, don't forget. God chose you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep thriving. Keep going. Keep being greater as the years go by. Don't stop working on your goals, your values, the things that are important, because that's what I'm doing. I'm working on my YouTube. I'm working on more videos throughout the day because I have tomorrow off. Tomorrow afternoon, I got to work tonight, but I work till 4 o'clock. So I'll be getting off early. I got off early last night too. So, but this is the end of the video. Like, subscribe, comment, hit your notification bell on for every time I drop a video. Love you guys so much. Thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. I appreciate y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.